Hello and welcome to my boring YouTube channel. This is my 2004 Land Rover Range Rover TD6 pre-facelift model. This will be a short review of what it's like to own this car for a few months and what I like and what I dislike about this car. Of course, let's start with the looks. It looks awesome. In my opinion, it's one of the best looking SUVs out there. It's massive, it's big, it's classy. The front grille, the long bonnet, the boxy style, it's so classic and you cannot see this kind of stuff anymore. Everything is just round and practically the same. So under the bonnet it has M57, one of the best BMW diesel engines ever. Straight 6 common rail system, practically runs 1 million without problems. It purrs like a kitten. It returns good mileage, which is weird because stated figures is 14.4 liters per 100 kilometers in the city and 9.4 on the highway. I'm averaging about 9 to 10, maybe even 11, but it's quite good for me. I'm averaging 50% city and 50% highway. I don't have any problems with the engine. It runs great. It's a little bit underpowered, but it's fully capable of doing the job. Stated figures is around 13 to 14 seconds to 100 kilometers an hour, which is not good, but you know, it's not meant to be driven fast. It's good off-road and it's good on-road. So I drove this car for about 5,000 kilometers, not a single problem. Only problem is that the air suspension sensor is bad and it's inactive, and LCD panel at the odometer reading area is bad, but it costs like 20 euros from AliExpress. It's not a thing. Only bad thing with this car is this gearbox. It's not reliable, but it's super smooth, as you will see in a moment. This GM gearbox is found on the X5 and Range Rovers. It's not really good, but you can keep your 1,500 euros for restoration in any time. Basically do the oil changes every 60,000 kilometers and I think you will do a lot of miles with this gearbox. As air suspension bags are not that expensive, basically 200 euros for one, and it's nothing. Some time ago it was like 500 to 600 euros for one bag, which is crazy. Keep in mind that you have to shut this bonnet properly because these cars suffer from the open bonnets when driving around 100 and maybe more kilometers an hour, and bonnet just hops and breaks the windscreen and it's pretty bad afterwards, so keep in mind. This car came from Belgium. It's done original 310,000 kilometers. It has some wear and tear, but basically it's in pretty good condition, as you can see maybe in this video. This car underneath, basically electronic wise and engine wise and gearbox wise, is BMW at the time, because BMW owned Land Rover at the time, so they were capable of doing good things. These are the pixels I told you about. It's common problem, but it costs like 20-25 euros in AliExpress and you can change it yourself. It's not that hard. Seating position is super nice. You are super high, visibility is great, you have great big windows, you can see all around you. You can see all the bonnet ending points, which is good for off-roading. Low range setting, you have hill descent control. With push of a button you can lift your car up or pull it down. You have these super cool visibility visors. You can slide it like that and pull it like that other one, and you are protected from the sun. And of course you have heated steering wheel, you have electrically adjusted steering wheel, heated windscreen, auxiliary heating, which helps you in the winter. Ground clearance is super high. Even on the lowest setting, you have like 23-24 centimeters of ground clearance. With the push of a button, you can get even like 30 centimeters, if I'm not mistaken. Also, this car has automatically locking central differential, which is really helping for off-road capabilities. So, space at the back. It's like in a Bentley. You have these big armrests, and you have these small ones for the front passengers, heated rear seats, cup holders, and pretty good knee room for me, even for 1.9 meter tall person. So it's pretty nice. So about luggage space, you have pretty big boot. It's 540 liters, but it's measured with this lid closed. So I don't know exact figures with it open, but it's pretty boxy, and you can put a small elephant in here. With rear seats folded, luggage space is more than 2,000 liters, which is 2,100 liters, which is like in a minivan basically. And of course, good trailer hitch for towing. This car basically is a super bargain, because when it was new, it cost like 100,000 euros. Today you can pick good example for around 5 to 10,000 euros, which is super good. If you have back problems, seating position is super nice, because you have good under thigh support and you can sit straight like in a chair at your home. So, what it's like to drive. What can I say? It's a big luxury truck. You can see so much further away than in a normal SUV or a normal passenger car. The view is great. Car is quite quiet when you are cruising. When you are accelerating, the sound is a little bit more louder in the cabin. As you can expect, it's an old diesel engine from the era. It's not like an X5 E53 facelift, which is updated version of this engine. It's quiet, it's super easy to drive. Steering wheel is hydro servotronic, so you can steer it with basically 1-2 fingers. It's wallowy like a truck, but it's not that bad. It's not like others are saying that this car is like undrivable. No, it's not the case. You have to drive this car relaxed, easy. You don't need the power for basic driving. To drive your kids to the school, to drive on the road trips and things like that. You just need the perfect, good all-arounder on which you can depend. The worst thing about this car in reliability terms, as I mentioned, is this GM gearbox. But the comfort that this gearbox gives you, it's unbelievable. You cannot even feel the shifts. It's even better than 6-speed version in the X5 or later models, I think. You just feel so relaxed with this car, so relaxed. The seating position is super great. You can regulate your seats how you want in all kinds of positions. Your hand is right here where are cruise control. You can rest your hand here and open your windows. Everything is in the reaching position. So Let's see, I have to overtake someone. I put my foot down and response is a little bit slow, but you're taking off. This car is completely stock. There's no ECU tuning or something like that. It's just completely stock, and I think that you don't need the ECU tune because gearbox and the engine is on the stress level, because car is quite heavy. It weighs 2.6 tons, this exact car. So it's quite heavy and it puts restraint on your gearbox. And as I mentioned, these leather seats, goddamn, this interior are the best of its era. You know, everything you touch is pretty expensive. You can feel it. You can feel the bumps, but it's more relaxed and comfortable than the X5 of its era. Don't get me wrong, this car is expensive to maintain. It has about 8.8 liters of oil. AC fan costs about from 600 to 800 euros. Each airbag costs about 200 to 300 euros. Sensors, air suspension sensors, they are breaking quite often. Turbos are getting on its way quite soon because car is quite heavy. A lot of maintenance, but it's worth it because it costs fraction of the money when it was new. So sweet deal. This car came from Belgium. It doesn't have any rust. It's well maintained, and I had a pretty good deal. What could be better than driving this big SUV, chilling, no worries in the winters, no worries on the off-road courses. I have a countryside home, so it's quite cool. It's a super cool car. Please like and share this video and let me know in the comments what are you thinking about this car, what are your thoughts, and goodbye guys, thank you.